And I think we're started.
Alrighty, welcome everybody. This is. Oh, hold on, I gotta fix. My camera's tilting me, just like in solo queue. There it is. A little bit better. This is the first time we've actually had us caster stream with our cams on. So, welcome everybody to our first game of the final week of the season. I am your shoutcaster and your glorious co-host with me. I am Nikolai here with Intensify as well too, the BSG jungler. How you doing?
Hello, hello. I'm doing fantastic. How are you today, Nick?
We're doing really good today. Like I said last week, and we're starting with a banger. We're starting with OTS versus Natural Big Boys Club. So on the spot versus NBBC in a matchup that's kind of not parallel with each other. You have one team on the upswing, and then you have another team that's kind of been on the downswing.
Yeah,
If
and
you've been
honestly,
paying attention, yeah. If
they're
you've been paying attention, yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, you're
They're
good.
the same win-loss right now, so they're tied for that third through fifth spot. And OTS has been looking really strong, like you said, in NBBC. They're looking to claw back and still make playoffs.
Definitely too. Like we talked about a little bit about OTS just recently. Like they've been on the upswing ever since that loss to Mailbox's Angels. They brought in Minneapolis PD, and they just looked really confident in their aggression now. They're able to play around him, and from what we've been hearing, he's just been kind of like their key player that's kind of allowed the team to play their style more.
Yeah, absolutely. They say while he might not be the strongest mechanical jungler or anything, he definitely is a strong voice in the team, and he leads them, and he always makes the right calls. So that's
Yeah,
awesome
especially
to
with the likes.
hear.
Yeah, especially with Bilester and Linny too. The solo laners have been really thriving, and then we have Zealot and JT still being a pretty good bot lane down to the bottom. But you look at the other side, you look at Natural Big Boys Club, they haven't looked that good, and you
Yeah.
can easily say that their draft have been really weak. But frankly speaking, they just look lost, even
hmm
when they have a solid draft going. So they definitely need a huge win, especially because a win here does kind of give them that upper hand advantage for seed number 2 heading into the playoffs.
Yeah, for sure. So apparently, whoever wins this game is in contention with luck of the draw at 5-2 and 6-3. So
And
that's
that's
some interesting
assuming that
news.
luck. Yeah, that's. I actually don't know about that. We would have to double check them because I have. Well, because
Yeah,
if luck of the draw wins, they go to 7-2. That's interesting. Well, yeah, there's a lot of that's a lot of math to deal with later on though. But just generally looking at it, if you're mailboxes Angels like my team, we're hoping for an OTS win. But I think if you're looking at someone like maybe Lamar Jackson fan club, Big Schmeat gang, you're really hoping that Natural Big Boys Club could take the W here because it does give you a little bit closer of a tiebreaker with OTS and possibly to bump them out of playoffs. So there's a lot at stake, especially with the first game being a banger.
absolutely. This entire weekend's gonna be a banger, seeing how these games pan out.
Now, RDT did already lock up the first seed from last week. They do get the bye this week because of the team that dropped a few weeks ago, so they won't be playing this week. But RDT gets to have a nice little rest for a while too. But before we get the draft started, I mean, is that going to be a big problem for them if they don't take the time to practice, or do you think they'll be focused and practice prior to playoffs?
I think that they're happy with the bye this week. I think that it gives them more time to study other teams and not have to practice themselves. I'm not
Definitely
sure.
too.
What's your take on that?
I mean, unless they practice a lot, then they're going to be really rusty, especially because we could be seeing a few different patch notes come out too. This is going to be the first game on 11.2 as well.
Hmm.
So a huge slate of buffs to a few different random champions and a few nerfs to some major key champions. We saw some nerfs onto the Ivern, a few onto Akali as well too. As we're going to get the draft started here, Natural Big Boys Club will be on blue side with on the spot on the red. What Okay. Now, what do you want to see from both teams? When you're looking at the draft, what does Natural Big Boys Club have to do here with their first three bands? What does On the Spot have to do with their first three bands? And then what do you want to see from Blue side in the first three picks and Red side in the first three?
Um, I would I would assume that we would probably see a Camille ban, just to get Lenny off that, but who knows? We don't know, if she's still the AD carry or the top laner. Um, Obviously she's probably the AD carry with how things are panning out. Otherwise, I would like to see Kaitaro on something that can build Leandries, because a lot of what NBBC lacks or has lacked in the past is a tank killer. Even with the Vayne pick, feel like they misdrafted that, but they really need tank killers because I feel like that's always been the problem with their team, with Complex being on bruisers generally and uh, zero kills, not really being able to punish tanks. I'm not really sure what Starqueen's gonna go on. Kind of unfamiliar with his champion pool. And then I would like to see Biostar probably on Echo or Diana because he's used to that.
Definitely too. Uh, we do see Ghost of Lenny is going to be the AD carry for this game too. So we could. So we are. So that's fine. We're having some slight technical difficulties, so we'll go over the draft bans real quick. First three for the Natural Big Boys Club is going to be the Anivia, Swain, and the Hecarim.
Yep.
And then on red side, the Seraphine and the Darius, followed by an Olaf ban.
Yeah. So I'm kind of, if I'm just looking at the bans here, I'm kind of looking at Conqueror to maybe pick up Graves. Um, it will be interesting to see what his jungle pick is. Um, I do like the Darius ban against Complex. That is his main champ. I like the Hecarim ban against Minneapolis PD. He has popped off on that in the past. Obviously, JT Ripper's Swain, and then something that might not be thought about, but I'm glad they researched it, was Biostar's Anivia. He has been playing some of that.
Yeah, we definitely have seen that too. And we talk about Conqueror. He's normally the mid lane, but he's kind of switched over as the
Hmm.
Cho'Gath and the Trundle are now picked up. We've seen the Trundle get picked up by uh, Conqueror on the stream, on his stream. If you've actually watched a little bit of it,
Mm.
that's a Twisted Fate mid lane.
Yep. And honestly, so far, I'm
Wow.
looking at on the spot, and I'm already thinking, wow, that team is really tanky. And I'm thinking we need some Leandries. So Twisted Fate really isn't that pick for me, but it definitely does give them a lot of pick pressure between him, Kane, and Shen. There's a lot of globals,
Oh yeah,
so
that's
I
a
would like
scary,
to see them play around that.
scary team. But you did talk about the Diana pickup for Bilester because that was one of the two champions he needed to pick up, and
Mhm.
oh, there's the Nasus ban. So that's definitely a target against Zealot because the last time he was top lane, he did pop off a little bit on that Nasus pick.
Yeah, for sure. Bans coming in. We see the Malphite and the Rise, which is it's interesting seeing the Malphite ban. Um, not really sure how that would have done into a Cho'Gath.
As we see the
Uh,
Kaisa locked in from Linny. Ooh,
Interesting.
the Senna. Is that a? Are they just gonna funnel it? Ooh, no, that's gonna be the Xerath pick up in the bot lane. Talk
Yeah.
to me about NBBC's draft as we're gonna run up with the Karma on red side. Talk to me a little bit about that pick.
Yeah, so I think the Son of Zareth is really interesting. It's definitely a poke sustain comp or bot lane. And then like I said, the top side of the map is all about catching, so they are probably going to be looking to 4 or 5 man bot frequently. Um, so I'm definitely looking for Ghost of Lenny and JT Ripper to be playing pretty passive, or at least having good warding and not playing too aggressive in the bot lane. I would like to see Cho'Gath and Minneapolis PD get ahead if I'm on the spot. And then probably wards in the middle of mid lane for Bioster to keep track of this Twisted Fate.
Definitely too. And you talked about one of the big problems that NBBC has had in the past 3 or so games is the fact that they don't have any tank killers. You don't have a tank killer on your side. You have a Senna, a Xerath, and a Twisted Faith and a Kane, but they're not, tank killers. They're not a Lucian that can build Blade of the Ruin King and Black Cleaver. They're not the Vayne. They're not, a Leandry style champion. So
Yeah.
on the right side for OTS, you have great engage, great use of the Trundle ultimate for the subjugate to take
Mhm.
away from the Shen, and then you just have a beefy Cho'Gath to just soak up all that damage because he's not going to be taking as much damage you know as much as
Yeah,
possible.
for sure. I honestly think that unless Kane gets really far ahead, I think that this is on the spot's game to win, just based off draft. However, everything in this league is based off execution, of course. And I'm really excited to see NBBC's comp work, but I'm not sure if it will or not. I think it's definitely going to be a really cool comp to work. However, they're going to need a Red Cane, and they're going to need an unstoppable Red Cane, because he needs to be beefier than the Cho'Gath and Trundle combined, in my opinion.
Definitely too, and as we're going to be loading up into the game, early predictions. Who do you talked about a little bit of it, but if you had to pick a team, who's that team that you got?
If I if I had to pick this team, oh, that's a toss up. It's really 50-50 for me. I'm gonna give a slight edge to on the spot, just a very slight edge, and basically, I just think that Diana's gonna have opportunities to pop off on the backline of NBC. Um, I think Kaisa's much better than Senna, and the only thing that I'm kind of worried about is maybe this Trundle pick not being able to match Kane's mobility.
Definitely too, as this is going to be the first of, honestly, if you look at it, the first of 3 games most likely, because out of 4 games actually. You know, you have this one and NBBC with NBBC versus OTS, and then you have tomorrow you got a double header back to back with Mailboxes Angels versus Luck of the Draw
Yep.
for another chance at somebody to grab that second seed and retain it. And then you have Frankenbeans, who have been pulling off some pretty gnarly games lately against BSG, and then we round out our last game on Sunday night with the Lamar Jackson fan club versus a Beta Carry fan club. So who has the better stands? Who knows? But
Yeah, it's going to be a really exciting weekend, and I'm super excited to see how the standings pan out.
I think those last 2 games, like because we already are an assumption that Mailboxes, Angels, and Luck of the Draw are going to be in playoffs. It's just more of a seeding thing. But you look at BSG and Frankenbeans, and then if Frankenbeans pulls off the upset, that puts a huge mark on BSG, especially trying to fight for that last seed. And then really you're kind of banking on Lamar Jackson fan club or Beta Carry fan club. You know, you're hoping that Beta Carry fan club wins the game, so that essentially it's just a swap of the last seed. So there's a lot of playoff implications just going from the 1 through 7s.
Yeah, honestly, as a big Schmeat Gang player, it's a little nerve-wracking, but I'm excited.
Definitely too. So we're going to be loading up onto the riff. We're going to be taking a quick break. That way I can switch back over. We can get make sure everything's all good to go, and we'll be right back.
All right, so I'll pause 5 with you.
At 5.
Okay.
I'm at...
Oh, it's paused at 4 seconds anyways.
Okay.
Weak blood. That's fine. So it'll synchronize anyways. Are we live or not yet? All right, definitely. 2. So we're going to take a quick pause break. It looked like weak bladder is the technical issue, so get that body fixed, people. Get your bladder stronger. Come on.
Yeah, someone was probably racing to their computer to make it in time for the match, and then probably race into the bathroom. Hold on, guys.
Wait, that sounded a little bit like me coming back from my Walmart trip. Hey, don't call me out like that.
All right, well, next time, don't take a Walmart trip 10 minutes before the cast.
Well, hey, you know what? It's going to be a very long move for me. I got to move 120 miles, so it's not like I get an opportunity like that. Looking over through the runes, we do see a few different interesting rune choices. We do see the Unsealed Spellbook by Ghost of Kitaro.
Yep. And so, Unsealed Spellbook and Teleport, famous Dopa has wrote about this. You want to play very aggressive and trade heavily early with it, and then try to look for a base timing around level 5, right before your ult comes up, so that you're full spells and ready to go.
Wow, that's I don't play TF, but I'm glad to learn that. Lucidity Boots should be a fun little rush this game.
Yeah. I would like to see Lucidity Boots, maybe even Boots of Swiftness. Maybe? I'm not sure. We'll see what he goes. I would like to see Star Queen building Leandries this game, like I said. And honestly, it's probably not really talked about a whole lot, but some YouTuber runs the stats on Shen and like on different item builds on him, and actually found that Divine Sunder into Titanic Hydra is statistically the best build on him.
Interesting.
And
is that just because he does the % health damage when his Q goes through an enemy, or?
Honestly, I don't know, but I believe the guy who does a lot of number crunching and plays a lot of Shen, so I would like to see the Divine Sunder come out of Complex. I don't think we will see it, but you never know. And then another thing we could talk about is maybe Biostir's itemization. We could see either what are those items called? Rocket Belt or it's not Rift Maker. What's the other one?
Night Harvester.
Night Harvester, yeah.
Yeah, because there's a few different Twisted Fate players from competitive that have builds into the proto belt. Just so that it's the extra movement speed to catch up and get those gold card stuns. But
Yeah, I do think Proto Belt's really good on TF.
Yeah, definitely too. We do see the Conqueror on Minneapolis PD and just standard runes all across the board. JT's going with the Area instead of with the Comet. I think they're just trying to play more for lane, especially because it is a heavy poke lane with Senna and Xerath. But there's only one tank. You get past that tank and it's a yikes moment.
Yeah.
Especially because Zero Kills is immobile, Kitaro's kind of immobile, Xerath is immobile.
Yeah, like I said, they really want to have the numbers advantage in every single fight that they take here. You know, with the Shen ult, with the Ghost of Kitaro TF ult, I don't think they ever want a 5v5.
Yeah, they're looking to split push, especially with double globals, as we're going to be loading up onto Summoner's Rift. Standard itemization starts across the board, too, and they're already pinging bot side for OTS.
Yeah, it looks like he wants to 5-point. Someone wants to 5-point.
Yeah, Granted, both teams level 1 are not as strong, but when you got a Shen taunt into a gold card, and a Xerath stun, you really don't want to fight that. You're going to get the early ward creep onto Shen, so we'll have a slight EXP advantage.
I do really like the sweeper.
Oh, they do, yeah. 2 wards with the sweeper, and they both go to the top jungle.
Yep. Honestly, great pickup out of Star Queen there.
Yeah, but do you like the ward placement being in that bush right there, as they do ward the red buff, though?
It looks like they're warding both of it, which I think is too much.
They already have the vision on the one, and then they also have the vision, at least for OTS, over on the bush, so they can see if they're going to be doing the red buff start, but they will be just... At least bot will be recalling, and it looks like it's going to be a small invade. They could go vertical jungle here, but I think if you go vertical jungle, it just benefits OTS slightly, because Toronto can come down and get the early level 2 or level 3 off, if depending on the lane position.
Yeah, honestly, the only downside is Biostar doesn't have TP, so he can't really TP and match the TP down there.
Definitely. Yeah, so it will be a red steal, but it looks like they did ward the red buff, but remember, he can just go around and see if he can get the red buff without being spotted, as early trading over by Diana already. Biostar's kind of chunked him out for maybe 20% of his health.
Yeah.
Senna's already down low too. She cannot trade into this Karma Kai'Sa lane already, but should be able to heal back up with the Q easily, as Diana got the early level 2. Does get stunned up by the gold card, and that should be just TF walking out of lane pretty safely too, and that's going to be the flash Q into the Ignite. Is Twisted Fate going to go down? First blood to Biostar.
Wow. What a play out of Biostar.
That was a good flash, though.
Honestly, I was not expecting that, and he just made it happen.
I'm kind of intrigued, though, a little bit by the Senna pick, because one of the counter to Kai'Sa is the Xayah. And Xayah is actually moderately strong, just for the ability to have the long range. Level 6, you're able to trade a little bit more effectively with the ultimate, as the Cho'Gath is already at half health. Does get the Grasp of the Undying proc, so Zealot should be fine.
Yeah, honestly, the Senna pick really confuses me. Maybe it was a pick just like against Karma, but I mean, it looks like
pick.
It's very niche.
Ooh,
I agree.
Get the early trading down. The electrocute does proc though. Biostar has no mana, so they're Katara should be fine.
Yeah, for sure. After that TP, he's gonna be fine. However, like I was saying earlier, it's kind of bad that he used his TP so early. He's not gonna be able to find himself with a good base timing for his level 6.
Definitely, too, as CS lead is in favor of Lenny. That's because Lenny is able to get the early push in the lane, does have jungle bot side. Senna's not really good at diving Tau or farming on the tower, too, as we're going to see our first 2v2 of the fight, too. Remember, there's no mana on Diana right now, too, and the teleport's going to be coming in from the Shen. Trundle does have to flash, and that's going to be a flash gold card. Can Kane get the kill? No! And he's going to make it out. Conqueror wasn't confident in the flash, or I don't know what happened, but Minneapolis PD gets out successfully.
Wow. That was actually a flash for a flash and a teleport, which
I
was not expecting.
The Cho'Gath did interrupt the teleport too, does lose out on the trade. It's Shen. Shen should be fine as the... Ooh, JT's going to be not caught, so should be fine. Diana's now pushed on their tower. Kane is topside, but the TF will be hit by the tower because of that late shot.
Yeah.
Ooh, gets hit by another Q.
Kaitara just doing a great job with his slow push on this wave, pushing it in and poking Diana off of all of it.
Definitely, but they're going to be looking at the 2v2 topside, but they should be fine. The knockup is there for the Shen, too. Here comes Minneapolis PD. Oh, great taunt to get out of the pillar. No traffic cone violation for you, sir, and Shen just gets out pretty easily.
One thing I would like to talk about is the difference in jungle clears. Conqueror is already up 10 CS, and that's because Minneapolis PD actually didn't take Raptors and didn't start on the enemy side. Whereas Conqueror got 2 of the Raptors, which is huge. Like, I can't understand enough how huge that is in that matchup.
Coming in from Zealot real quick, too. Shen does have taunt up in 11 seconds. He is also going to flash. Complexipedia does get the first kill for NBBC, and that's going to go for the Shen. So that's going to be the source of the global, getting a huge power spike here.
That's exactly what you want to see if you're NBBC. Early Shen abusing his early spikes.
They are going to be getting Dragon, though, but they should be careful, though. The Shen does have the Stand United, and Conqueror is down here. But they should be fine.
Yeah, I think what we're going to probably see in this game is a couple of Dragons taken early from the side of On The Spot, but then Conqueror is just kind of taking over the game since he's got this huge CS lead.
Oh, and that's going to be the poke out. The stun from the Xerath onto the Diana as they're just going to be running away. They're still down nearly 2 waves of CS right now. If you're this Senna Xerath bot lane, you really don't want this Kaisa to get free farm into her items because there's going to be to a point where that mid game could be in favor for OTS, but you also have a Shen who's up 2 waves right now and does have the Stand United, so he should be fine. But the problem is it's going to be the late game. How do you kill Cho'Gath late game?
I mean...
Oh, and we're going to see a little bit of just some trading down here. The flash will come out from the Karma as the exhaust comes down as well, too. And that's going to be Diana ulting mid, too, as we go into the mid lane. That should be the kill for Bowster with the Ignite, and that's going to be 2-1. You got a 2-0 Diana right now. Ooh, does dodge the first stun. Can't dodge the second, and that's going to be the flash to use. Lenny might go down. Oh my god, no. Asuna gets the kill. Lenny was playing with fire a little too much, and they do get the kill. They're still down here. Trundle can't get the kill, though, as the Karma will be poking out the Senna. And then we're going to see another fight on the top side. Again, the Shen's going to be taunting in, but he does have the Feast. He doesn't have the taunt to escape. No, oh my god, no. Zealot does get the kill.
Wow. And I would have liked to see Trundle bot side coming in this wave.
From the Twisted Fate ultimate, too. That's going to be the gold card stun. Goes to Kataro, gets the kill in return. Beautiful ultimate, and that's going to give him a kill back in the lane that he really needs.
Yeah. Honestly, even though Zealot and Biostar are finding solo kills in their lanes, this game isn't looking amazing for On The Spot. They do find themselves at a 1k gold deficit, and honestly, I would be scared once Conqueror gets his item, because he's going to get it quick, and he's going to be very strong early.
Yeah, most of the gold is currently on the jungle. And on the support, actually. The support has the 600 gold lead. That's where all the gold difference is coming from.
Wow.
It's close to even gold, but that's because TF does have the passive with getting free gold for killing the minions.
Yeah, true.
So that gold lead is not that close in comparison. Like, you know, if without it, because, oh, he does miss the taunt, but that's just to kind of push him off a little bit, too. He does miss the rupture. Well, we're talking about the goal difference between Diana. It just seems like Diana just has more kill potential in the lane, too. Like, Twisted Fate just benefits from having his passive being able to get the free gold, and that's just allow him to catch up. It kind of just feels like no matter what Bowser's going to do, but the Twisted Fate is kind of caught out a little bit, too, and that's going to be the Killer Instinct coming in. And that's going to also be the Senna ultimate coming down, too, just to give him some extra health, too. And that's going to be the Shen ult. Wow, that's a horrible ult, but the Shen's just going to be taunting the Cho'Gath. Should be fine. Kaisa is... Oh, Star Queen Asuna does get the kill. There's 4 down here, and that's going to be a double kill for Star Queen Asuna. And Karma should be able to get out just fine. That was awkward.
Yeah.
Hello?
And that's exactly what I was stating earlier, is they always want to find these number differences in these fights.
That's the taunt under the tower. Can't get the bite down. Cho'Gath dies. A beautiful taunt by Complexipedia, and the Zealot just gets solo kill for the second time in lane.
Yeah. And importantly, Conquer and Star Queen Asuna pushing Minneapolis PD off that Rift Herald, putting Trundle even further behind. This is honestly, this is what I worried about in this game was
we're gonna see the Trundle pillar. Twisted Fate does not have flash at all, and that's gonna be the Karma Soul coming in. Minneapolis PD, we just talked about him, but he does get the kill to at least get him some gold, and they do have mid pressure. They do have teleport on Katara, but he's down for 20 seconds. Dragon will be spawning soon as well, too, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with my timer. I can't actually.
Yeah, it's up in like 35 seconds.
Okay, there it is. 30 seconds. There it is. 30 seconds says they do get 2 plates almost mid.
I would like to see NBC just give up this dragon. I don't really think that they want to group at this point. Who knows though?
I mean, we have seen Stranger Things, and we do know that they do like to play this aggressive style. 3-0. Oh, you build a Moonstone? What?
I like it. I love it.
I want some more of it. No, sorry, I had to break out into song on that one. That was a song moment. The Shen is down here already. Does have the teleport, but the teleport will be actually used by Zealot. That's just to provide some pressure, as the Shen's already down here. They want this dragon. This is the Infernal Dragon. It's only the second one of the game. Ooh, the Cho'Gath is going to be stunned on multiple occasions, as the Kayn will be going in too. Shen will be getting the taunt down. Oh, and that's going to be the Diana ultimate too. That's a shutdown onto the Kayn. A shutdown onto Complexipedia. Already 2 kills for the fight for OTS, as the Senna is going to get caught out. That's going to be the Killer Instinct and the exhaust going down, but Bioster is going to get the 3rd kill. 3-for-0. Karma, what are you doing? Apparently you want to get the slow, but that's not even good enough. That was not needed, but who cares? You got 3 for nothing. Ooh, that's going to be really close. Karma's almost dead, but should be fine. You have a Cho'Gath, you have a Trundle with Smite, and apparently Star Queen Asuna is really good at helping over towers. They're fine. And they're going to get the second dragon of the game. Ooh, Karma's low, but what dragon are we going to get? Oh, we're going to get Cloud Drake? Okay. Nice, nice. So, you're telling me that Moonstone was really good? Apparently not in that fight.
I mean, yeah, he got 250 healing down, but that's... I was just joking, honestly. Like, I would much rather see him have fully entries this game.
Is that going to sway these fights a little bit different now that they don't have as much damage?
Yeah, it definitely could.
And especially now that you don't have any tank killer stats. You don't have a burn. You don't have a % health damage item. As the Kayn will be looking... Ooh, Diana does use the E-dash to perfection just to get to the Kayn. That was really smart by Bilester there. And we want to note that Bilester does have the Night Harvester, as the Moonstone was already the first item completed, though. Kane does have Gore Drinker already as well too, but a 3-1-3 Diana and just pushed into TF under lane now? That's scary as
Yeah.
hell. That's scary as
Yeah.
hell. Kitaro does have teleports, so I think that's why Bilester is backing up. He has no vision on top side of the jungle, as Minneapolis PD fell behind a little bit early. Now 2-0-1, working on his way toward what looks like to be the Divine Thunder, as the taunt will miss. That's going to be the Cho'Gath Silence, but he won't be going for the Rupture. Kane is topside, so I don't know if Cho'Gath wants to go for it. Whoa, that's going to be the flash by the Xerath after Karma nearly got the stun onto him. And that's going to be the Shen... no, that's going to be the Xerath with the ultimate. Here comes the Shen ultimate as the Senna barely lived. Here comes the ultimate from the Diana as he gets the kill onto Bilester. There's fights going everywhere. And that's going to be the kill from Star Queen Asuna as he gets Ghost of Lenny, but Trundle, ooh, does miss as he's going to get the Subjugate down. Is going to be chomping on the Kane. Kane has to flash though. Kane will use the Trumbull yeah, I can't even speak right now. There's so much going on. And can that be the kill for the Kane or the Shen? And almost. And Conqueror's going to get the first kill of this 2v2. That should be kill number 2 as the Shen's going to flash. So Complexipedia is going to get the kill, but Diana does get the shutdown to Star Queen Asuna with the Ignite and just dashes back out. Holy God! A flash by Twisted Fate. The exhaust goes down. He can't kill! No, he cannot. He threw the lane. No, he didn't. He has Conqueror. Put that man in the jungle because he cannot play any other lane, but he plays his Conqueror jungle really well.
Oh my God, can we get a breather for this man? Holy moly, what just happened? There's so much going on.
And the mid lane turret fell. The Shen got the local gold, so first tower also goes over to NBBC.
And I don't even know what to say after all that. Honestly, it's a 2.5k gold lead for NBBC, but still, like, there's a huge shutdown going on at Biosphere. The gold's going in the right direction. Goes to Lenny's dying a lot. To Star Queen Asuna, who's building Moonstone, which is just like, I don't even know what's going on at this point, honestly.
We do have some technical difficulties as Minneapolis PD is dealing with what it looks like internet issues. So we're going to take a breather. We're going to take a quicker. We're going to take...
No.
Are they going to really be coming back? Come on, man. Like, no, I'm good. They're telling me to go get some water right now, and I'm just like, oh, no. No, we're fine.
I don't need water.
I need to go to the water hole.
This is a good freeze frame here because on one side we do see Conqueror having a 50 gold 50 CS lead in the jungle, but at the same time 0 kills is also at a 50 CS deficit to Lenny.
And imagine Lenny's not much of an AD carry. Like, she was known for the top lane Camille when the top lane carries, but that kind of fell out of the meta. And people just started betting Camille. So she said, screw it, I'll go back to bot lane. And she's kind of performed pretty admirably, having this 50 CS lead over arguably a good ADC, but if you're looking at the last few weeks, he has...
Yeah, 0 kills definitely underperforming. And honestly, I attribute that to the Senna pick, honestly. I think on a more regular pick, he'd probably be doing better.
Mm-hmm.
Really interesting that they made the bot lane this way and they went Moonstone. They're definitely going to have a lot of healing in these fights, and we're probably going to see some form of anti-heal come out at some point.
We're going to see the gank of the bot side too. Twisted Fate will be ulting out. No, can he? No, he does pop the Zanya's Hourglass, but Trundle is nearby. And here comes the Shen ultimate. The Subjugate will be down. Minneapolis PD just goes a little too far. Trundle does go down. Goes to Kitaro. Will get the kill. That was just a little bit of a greed by Minneapolis PD, as the Dragon will be spawning soon. This is going to be the first of 4 drinks for them.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, I was planning on this to be happening. OTS getting the dragons early and then getting outscaled and NBC is starting to get the ones after that. And that's, I mean, that's one of the problems with junglers like Trundle. You know, they can get those objectives easily, but power farming is not their prerogative. So they have to get ahead early to keep the dragon stacking going.
But we've seen them fall behind in the early game just to come back late game. We saw them against, I believe it was Luck of the Draw or RDT as Bioster with a little bit of a BM too. Will be trading with Kane, and oh my god, that damage is just going to go down onto Ghost of Kataro. Kane should be getting the Umbral Passage off too, but he should be dead here too. With the Kane does get the healing, but the shutdown does go over to JT Ripper and a little bit greedy. Ooh,
Yeah.
The Shen coming down too. Karma does have the flash. That's going to be the ultimate coming down. The Shen Charm does go down onto the Trundle. Can the Senna flash? The 0 kills gets the first kill in his lane. Here comes the Diana ultimate. Holy god!
Yo, someone ban this Diana. This is gross, honestly.
That was this. He just 0 to 100. And then Trogash is going to flash in for the silence. Does get slowed down, but Zealot's going to get the kill. That's a late ace, and the mid turret does go down.
And somehow NBC is throwing this game. I don't even know what's going on in this game. It is so back and forth.
Well, dude, that Diana just 0 to 100, 0 kills, and that's... And it sucks because we talked about a little bit about the center pick kind of being a weird pick, and that's why it's not really chosen, because there's no escape. You know, it's not like you can't get a shield, you don't get a Lucian dash, you don't have any escape, so once you're stuck inside Diana's, you know, reign of terror, you're kind of dead.
Yeah. And especially if she gets these early kills like she did against Kaitaro, I mean... This looks like Bioster's game to carry, honestly. Which is scary for NBC. Like, they gotta be scared of this Diana. And they need to keep looking for these number games instead of playing 5v5.
Does have a 1500 gold lead currently on Ghost of Kataro, so... Really, still the gold lead is in favor for a lot of the members on from the bot side of OTS. I mean, Ghost of Millennia, despite being 1, 3, and 7, still has a 1200 gold lead over 0 kills.
Yeah, I mean, 70 CS is a lot of CS to be down at 20 minutes.
Definitely, too. You don't even have 100 yet. You're barely at Manamune. You already have Gale Force on the Kaisa, and you're really close to getting that second item with... Oh my god, what are you doing, Senna? You nearly died. You're lucky you have the Shen ultimate. Oh, and that's going to be the flash coming in from the Shen after the ultimate. Diana does have the flash as well, too. Should be able to survive. Does have the nice amount of shields. Oh, that should be fine as the blue turret does go down, too. That's going to be the taunt over. Taro still gets the kill as the Umbral Passage just goes down, too. Ooh, but Conqueror's going to get the second kill of the fight, too. And that's going to be the stun onto Ghost of Lenny. Ooh, and Twisted Fate is still looking. That's going to be the flash. Wow, that's greedy. Ghost of Kataro, what are you doing? Ooh, and that's going to be the flash coming in from Kane as well, too. Does get the kill onto the Kane, or onto Kaisa as well, but the tower's going to go down topside in favor of OTS.
NBC doing a great job there. Like I said, playing the numbers game and managing to find a 5v4.
Yeah, but right now you're just giving more time for the Cho'Gath to farm up and to get closer to the point where he's going to be unkillable. You still don't have your second item on your major carries yet, and you're not... If you're looking at like the overall late game damage, it's still a fight that OTS can win. We've seen them win those scrappy late game fights with JT stealing the Dragon Soul to, or the Dragon Soul to win the game with Lenny popping up.
Mm-hmm.
But Lenny's not playing Wukong this game. She is playing Kaisa, and Zealot's going to be at the one to really be the front line. But I mean, they have kind of a double smite. You have the Feast and the Smite, so it's not like you can lose these fights easily.
Yeah, honestly, you talk about frontline, and the more I think about it, and the more I see it, I don't really think that On the Spot really needs much of a frontline with Diana literally just diving in and 1v5ing.
I think it's just trying to make sure that they can get the Karma Shield onto her so she can survive the initial burst. But Dragon is up right now in a few seconds too. This is going to be the third one for OTS if they can get it. The Kane will be using the Umbral Passage, or the Shadow Step, my bad, the Shadow Step to get positioning and get some vision, but they do scout him out. Ooh, that's going to be a pillar. He's 3 levels down.
Yeah, I mean 60 CS in the jungle is quite a bit as well. We are going to see NBBC just position to poke as much as they can here, and they might
have the Stand United as well too, so they might be using it for the Kane too. Can that be the seal? No, red team does get the dragon too. They're all just going to run and let the Kane die here. The turret does go down. Oh, that's going to be the ultimate coming out from the Shen. And Stand United as a Diana does get the ultimate. That's going to be the shutdown for Ghost of Linnea. That's going to be 2 kills. That's going to be the double kill. That's going to be the triple kill over for the Kaisa. And that's just going to keep ripping. That's going to be the ultimate used by the Kaisa to get the extra shield. Minneapolis PD does get the kill. Now, that's going to be a quadra kill for the Kaisa and the clean ace. A 5 for 1.
honestly,
wow, what a fight! That team fight was just so out of position.
Lenny played that fantastically. Everyone on the spot played that fantastically. I wish NBBC could look at these and say, we probably should just give this dragon, or we probably shouldn't fight this.
Yeah, they overcommit. Yeah, they went in late after Conqueror, and that's just because I think he survived, so people thought that he could probably go in as Destiny is going to be used. Trundle Pillar will slow down the Twisted Fate as he's just going to keep chasing. Are you okay? Luckily, you're not Annie, because Annie, are you okay? But you're definitely not playing Annie.
That was bad.
That was a bad musical pun. No, that's why I don't make them as much anymore. They will be starting a Baron, though, so worth in all chat. But let's see. The Cho'Gath does have the teleport, too. They are running back. They're not a Baron killing team, though. This is going to be the scary thing about it. They do not kill Baron that fast.
This is a rough call, especially with Zealot having flash and ult.
And they are all running down right now. Look at the mid lane. It is also pushing in favor of OTS. Oh, that's gonna be the Diana ultimate. Biostar's just gonna get
my bio.
That's gonna be the killer instinct. Ghost of Linnea is gonna get 2 kills in this fight here, as the Shen does get Diana, but that is too late. Holy
that should be game.
God, they're gonna be looking.
That should be game.
Why are you farming the Scuttle Crab? Just don't farm the towers. Star Queen Asuna will be recalling, but there is no way you stop this Cho'Gath. Oh my God!
Wow.
The game froze, but that just means the game ended.
That
Holy, in a turn of events, OTS just destroys NBBC in the final fight.
Oh my gosh. So, Biostar with the 4-man engage there was just absolutely insane. This kid was playing out of his mind on this champion.
Wow, that was just disgusting. And oh yeah, let's go ahead and bring in the winning captain for OTS. Who do we got in here?
Zealot, the winning man. Holy moly, what a game. How you feeling after that one?
Pretty good.
Should we bring in Bio too? Hold on, I want to bring in Bio for this interview. I want to make an exception. Let's bring in Bio as well, can we?
Yeah.
Let's bring him in. Yeah, let's go for this one. It's the last week at the game. We got OTS, Biostar, and John or Zealots here. I want to talk to John real quick, or Mr. Zealot, about the draft a little bit too. You guys picked up the Trundle for Minneapolis, and it kind of didn't work out a little bit early. What was just the comms like from early game to mid game transition?
So our draft was a little bit disjointed this game, in that we really weren't expecting the Anivia ban. And we were kind of thinking to go off the Anivia Trundle synergy with the pillar and the wall. So props to them for a pretty good draft. But we kind of just really wanted the Trundle going into this with his ability to steal stats and permagank. He also just got some buffs. So we really wanted to play with the Trundle because we didn't think that Conqueror played any counter picks to it. So we got rid of the Olaf. I don't know that we banned another jungler, but yeah, that was the thought process behind the Trundle. Yeah, draft not as clean as we would like it, but anything else?
Bilester, we want to go over to you real quick. I think Intensify has a question about your Diana gameplay.
My gosh. Bio, how come people aren't banning this Diana? This is disgusting.
They don't believe.
I don't believe. I mean, you straight up gapped the mid lane with that early kill. With every single engage, you got 4-man ult at the end. I mean, you got to be hyped, right?
Man, I'm feeling myself right now.
Hell yeah, dude.
But Bilester, I want to ask you about that last team fight. How confident were you going into that ult? Because your team was far away. The Baron was being started up. Your team had just gotten a mid inhib and were being chased off by Twisted Fate. You know, were you willing to risk your life knowing that at least with the mid lane pushing, you guys knew you were going to win the fight essentially?
Yeah, of course. We knew John was coming there with his flasher note, and then we had our whole team following up.
Definitely, too. With this win, you guys are definitely, I believe, one step closer to at least making top 4 in terms of seeding. So, you got anything to reflect about the season, Zelot?
Before we move on from this game in particular, I just want to note the fact that Lenny almost flame Horizon Damar this game.
Oh,
so,
yeah. That was so sad to watch.
them not banning the Camille, we were really tempted to send Lenny top lane because we took the lack of a Camille ban as a sign of disrespect. But then we kind of doubled down. We figured no, we think Lenny can gap Damar, and we think that that I can provide the team with what we need in the top lane. So,
Yeah.
thoughts on the season so far?
Yeah, thoughts on the season overall before we get into playoffs.
So, I think that thus far in the season, we started out with a few different players. We started out with Flo instead of Henry, Minneapolis PD, and Bio in the jungle. But I feel like Bio mid is really starting to come through now. People are starting to really recognize how mechanically capable he is. And Minneapolis PD can really he was the shot caller the entire game pretty much. And I guess it really showed this game too, how far we've come in terms of that as well, because that was one of our biggest weaknesses coming into the season was shot calling and just overall like jungle play. But the entire last 6 minutes of the game, we capitalized on one mistake and we put the game away. So I think we've come a really long way, and I think we started the season, we thought we were going to be one of the strongest teams, but this league is more about macro and team play. So all in all, we started as one of the weaker teams, and now I feel like we can beat anybody.
Definitely.
It's looking like it. And I got one more question for you. You recently role swapped because of Lenny from AD carry to top lane, and obviously you look like you did completely fine that game. I mean, how are you feeling about the role swap to top lane?
I personally feel like I'm one of the better ADCs in the league. The only person that I view definitively as better than me is Dank Kim. But Lenny very well could be better than me at ADC. I've seen her play recently, and I've been really, really impressed. And I don't know, you say I appreciate you saying I did okay in top lane this game, because I feel like I got top gapped pretty hard, but I don't know, maybe it's because I'm used to doing really well in top lane from a long time ago, but I'm just glad that I could fulfill the role that my team needed.
Exactly. You held it down up there.
No,
I mean, everything else, you stopped all of Shen's ultis pretty much. You held it down. Like, you did fine.
Zelot, we
All
want
right,
to thank you for the
guys.
interview. Congratulations, and we'll definitely fix playoff seedings once we get this Sunday, so hopefully you guys do well.
All right, thank you, sir. Thanks, guys.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and bring in the...
0
NBBC.
kills probably, right?
Yep, that would be 0 kills. That would be Damar.
Yep. How's it
waiting
going,
for
Damar?
Ammo. Hello, good sir. Unfortunate, another loss. You guys are still in the playoff race, but I believe that's 3 straight losses or 4?
That's 4. Our 4.
4 in a row. I want to ask, 80 carry to 80 carry, 2 different questions. One, what's with the Senna pick?
Senna's always a good pick. I mean, she's always good. But I feel like we didn't even lose. I didn't lose off ADC pick. I lost off our pick comp. Our comp, we didn't play to our comp. That's pretty much all I have to say.
And I wanted to ask too, because it looks like you guys had no tank killers and Star Queen Asuna, because we were talking about possibly building the Leandries to get that, tank shredder builds a Moonstone.
What you mean? You mean the Xerath?
Yeah, your support builds a Moonstone. Did you maybe were trying to talk to Star Queen Asuna and say, hey, don't go for the Moonstone?
The moon staff, they call it the moon staff, is always the go-to on supports. Like even the Karma was flexing to it, but I mean, we couldn't like provide any damage to like pull off the Moonstone. So I mean, it's kind of we just didn't play to our comp.
Right. And that's what I was saying. Most of the game was like, every time you tried to contest a dragon and it went poorly, or you started the Baron, I was saying you guys want the numbers advantage, and every time you go into a 5v5, it's probably not looking great for you. But for some reason, you guys kept wanting to go into those 5v5s, and it just ended up as a loss. So is that one big thing going into, maybe playoffs if you get there, is just playing towards your strengths and your comp?
Yeah, we definitely need to shot call our comps better. That's pretty much it.
Gotcha. Do you like the draft?
I wouldn't change this draft, but I mean, I would change how we played the game throughout.
Gotcha.
That's pretty much.
Now, you guys do fall to 5-4 at season end, so I want to ask you a little bit, because right now it looks like you guys are still safe for playoffs, from what I'm looking at, statistically speaking.
We'd just probably be at the bottom seed, huh?
Yeah, from what it looks like. But I wanted to
fighting for our way.
I wanted to ask you a little bit more about your season progression, because you guys were top 2 at one point. I mean, just 4 weeks ago, you guys were sitting at 5-1, and now you guys, 5-0, and now you guys are 5-4 now to end the season. So I just wanted to ask you, as the captain of the team, just to kind of reflect overall on the season.
I enjoyed my time. If we make it, we make it. If we ever have to make any changes, we'll go. I'll just go with the flow. But overall, I'm just, I'm here to have fun.
Definitely.
Yeah, of course.
And you guys did make playoffs, so it's not like you guys.
Yeah, we'll still be here, of course. We're just gonna we just have to fight our way.
Definitely.
So be on the lookout.
Definitely. We'll see you in playoffs, Damar.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for the interview, Damar. Have a good one.
Peace.
Intensify. Any last thoughts before we go into playoffs? For these two teams alone.
Yeah, on the spot's looking scary. I lost to them last week, and I gotta say, with Biostar playing like that, with Minneapolis PD shot calling, Zealot, Ghostolini, and JT Ripper holding it down, it's just like they look like they could be the team to beat. Between them, maybe Rubber Ducky team, maybe Mailbox's Angels, maybe Luck of the Draw.
They're really shooting up well too, so it's going to be interesting. And Mailbox's Angels, we're all happy because we win tomorrow, for example. That's going to be a lockup for the second seed, based on all the statistical math and things like that. So from us to OTS personally, I have to thank them as a player, but as a caster, I want to thank them for a great game and a wonderful season. It's been really fun to caster games.
Absolutely. It's rough for them early on. I think they're like 1-4 at one point, and they're on like a 4-win streak, I think now. So 5-4, which is just.
Let me look. No, they were 2-3, and now they're 6-3 with this win. So they definitely have a chance for top of the top 4, definitely. They do. But now comes the big question. Will they have the advantage over Mailbox's Angels, or will they still have to play in the first round? Because most likely they still play first round, but they get to play against one of the lower team seeds who they've already beaten, and that's got to be a hell of a lot of confidence moving forward. So we got 2 games tomorrow. One of them's going to be a banger for sure.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we
tomorrow's
got Mailbox's Angels versus Luck of the Draw and Frankenbeans versus BSG tomorrow at 8 EST and 10 EST respectively.
back to back. One of them's going to be, I think, get game of the week, and then the other one is a potential upset. Maybe.
I don't like hearing potential upset when I'm the one playing in it, but yeah.
I can hear Axiom smelling a victory from across the screen. So, catch us tomorrow and Sunday as we're going to be getting down the last week of the season before we head into, I believe,
Saturday.
Next weekend when we actually have, I think, our All-Star event.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how that works yet.
Yeah, we're gonna have 3 games the next week just for a little bit of some All-Stars, and then we'll be heading into playoffs following that. So February is the time of the year when playoffs are spicy.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be we're probably gonna have a game on Valentine's Day. That'll be cute.
Play for your loved ones, but if you're single, just play for that RP. So I guess. This is AVG signing out. Nikolai and Intensify, we are signing out for the night. Catch us tomorrow.
Can you tell me what it was? Apparently I dreamed heavy too much, 'cause I just need to cover the scars that you left inside my heart, that you left inside my heart. But I got blessed when I first met you. We fell in love in an hotel room. It seemed the start of something new, of something cold. We can dream about it, we can talk about it, but we don't tell nobody